And hello everyone! Unfortunately or fortunately, we had the last day of the Grand Prix Stage. The finals are one of the most interesting competitions for me, because here everything happens as quickly as possible. There are quite a lot of awards, which increases the excitement. In fact, you were 4 times more here than in the normal competition. Well, in this video I will tell you how the last day of the tournament went, who performed how, who made losses, and in general, what happened at the last day in Luzhniki. Well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos. In the final with the hoop, the gold medal was won by Averina, and it was an unexpected and pleasant start of the tournament, at least for those who have long wanted to see Irina in the first place. But after the all-around where Irina did not succeed, I think that's what many people wanted, so the tournament started off quite happily. The second place was taken by Averina, who also performed her exercise quite cleanly and did not make big mistakes. The bronze in the final with the hoop was won by the Bulgarian gymnast Irina, who I must say was very surprising today with her stability and power. In general, looking at Irina, I realized that the speed of execution in rhythmic gymnastics has grown very much, and this applies not only to Russian athletes, which is very cool. Well, the competition as a whole began quite calmly, although the calm did not spill for long. The first one who faced the slippery carpet, which was the reason for most of the mistakes among gymnasts today, was Ekaterina Fetisova. She fell already twice in the exercise with the hoop. It does not look to me like it was from the impotence, but it looks like a too smooth carpet. Well, we will remember it today. In the final with the ball, Averina took first place, and even she herself was shocked by the mark she received, 28 points and 9/10. In general, I think with such an assessment there is no doubt that Dina performed as cleanly as possible. Averina became the second in the exercise with ball. Irina won bronze. By the way, I didn't notice her before, but she has a cool feature. When the ball hits her back from a high throw, it's awesome how difficult and cool it looks. And the final with clubs was the most unexpected, because gold here was not won by Averina's, not even by a Russian gymnast. Averina won the bronze medal in the final with clubs, and she had a real fight with the carpet in the exercise. In one place it was clearly noticeable how she slipped, and in several others she felt like she was looking for a grip on the carpet, which is why in fact there were blows, and Dina took only third place. Although when she performed, for some reason I was still sure that this would not greatly affect the assessment. Well, or at least it would definitely not lower her to bronze. But it happened so unexpectedly, the delights of sports. After the performance, Dina was very upset, and it seems that she almost cried. Averina won the silver medal, and if there were no possible visible mistakes, only in one place when watching the broadcast my heart skipped a bit and I was worried about catching or not catching, but everything went without a lose. Well, but this wasn't also a reason to get gold. Well, the gold was won by the Bulgarian gymnast Irina, and I think in principle there are no questions here. Irina has a strong, good composition which she performed very confidently, thanks to which the gold is in her piggy bank. In general, here is an example that the Averina sisters can be overtaken, and they also make mistakes, because sometimes you get so used to the fact that they are the first, and you completely forget that there are people too, and they can also make mistakes. I am very happy for Irina, and of course, sad that the girls did not succeed, but as the commentators correctly said, let it be better now than at the Olympics. Well, the final with the ribbon was probably the most tragic and happiest for some gymnasts. But let's start with the prizes. Gold was won by Dina Averina, having passed her exercise rather cleanly. There were minor flaws and inaccuracies, but this did not affect the assessment strongly. The second place was taken by Mariana. She also had minor flaws and dirt in the exercise, and so perhaps the Averinians would have given another gold medal. And the bronze was won by Ekaterina Vityuneva, a gymnast representing Slovenia. I admire Katya's stability. She reminds me of the situation with Ina Zhukova in the Olympics, when Ina simply did her exercise stably, and no one expected her to climb so high. It seems to me that there is something similar in the situation with Katya. She always performs well and stably, but no one perceives her as a serious competitor, and she climbs the podium more and more often. This is very happy for Katya. Well, even when watching her ribbon exercise, I directly saw how Katya was enjoying her exercise and her performance, and the thought immediately came to me how great it is and how sad that Averina sisters cannot afford this. Since the girls represent Russia, they cannot but bring the country's gold. That's why in the performances everything is so perfected, and it seems to me that there is no place for sincerity and real feelings during the performances. She floods them after, perhaps from her tears, and such emotions after the performance of the girls. Well, for those who ask where's Irina Averina with her ribbon, everything went according to the worst scenario. Although compared to yesterday, Irina came out with the ribbon much more confidently, and I think the goal was to perform well, but it did not go well. Irina made 2 big losses and a fall. I also think that is a matter of the carpet. But the judges do not care about the reason, and the fact that the carpet is to blame will not be given a higher rating, and they will not close their eyes to a fall. Irina was very upset because of such an unsuccessful performance, and what is even sadder, that at the end of the tournament. Such things are always very offensive. Practicing for several hours to admit such things, it's even difficult to call it mistakes. In the group exercises in the final with 5 balls, the gold was won by Russian gymnasts. I repeat, I really like the new composition, and I also really like the exercise with 5 balls. In general, I think it will be interesting to observe how things will be with the group now. By the way, this is not the first time when Irina Aleksandrovna takes on the group team before the Olympics. Let's hope this will bear fruit, although I think there is no need to doubt it. Silver in the final with 5 balls was won by the team of Belarus. The girls allowed a loss at the end, but otherwise coped well with their performance. Well, the bronze medals were won by the gymnasts of Uzbekistan. The girls also admitted a loss, but this did not prevent them from staying on the podium. I will probably also repeat that I really like the team of Uzbekistan and what is happening to them now, how they change and how they look on the court. Well, some respects to the suits in balls, I really like them. Well, in the final with hoops and claps, gold was won by the team of Belarus, having coped with their program best of all. In the kiss and the age, the girls really weren't happy about the victory, but maybe they just didn't realize it yet, and I'm so glad that everything worked out for them. Silver medals were won by the Russian team, but their performance was not very successful, so the girls made mistakes and even went off the carpet. Bronze was won by the Estonian team, which today also did not go without losses. That is unfortunate, but it happens. Well, I expect from you, as you are the Grand Prix, what was remembered most of all, and perhaps what upset you. Because at this tournament there were enough sad moments. Well, I'll see you really soon in the next video. Remember that I love you all, and for now, goodbye. The video was translated and dubbed by Alexandra Sinica.